So this is Mojobojo. Mojobojo. He will be playing McCree, Tracer Soldier, 2500 on Horizon Lunar.
Select your hero.
And this is a 24-minute game. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. I saw someone asking in chat, I usually review losses because you can learn more from them. And don't give me a loss where you do really good and you still lose. Alright, alright, this is some pretty good shit. There's a Genji to your left attacking. So that's just sound right there. Good shots. You're in the middle of everyone. You have to pick a side and then deal with it. Okay, so there was just a bit of confusion. You have to pick one side, kill them, and then go in. If you try to cut down the center, you lose both. There's an old Native American saying, chase two rabbits and you lose them both. Essentially, you're getting pressured this way and this way. What you need to do is, what you try to do is stay here and hope your Reinhardt shield saves your guys' ass. But the truth is, they're both going to kill you. What you need to do is, this happens with teamwork, but you need to pick one side and just fucking kill them. Right? It'd be better to run at this team and not worry about these guys and kill them. And then, at that point, you can just look this way and everyone's up here, right? Now all your enemies in front of you, man, that's a lot simpler, then you can deal with it. The problem is you try to stay in the middle and got you killed. Potato, we're not going to do the 1v1 tonight. It's too late. We can do it another day.
I can't fight it.
At least, okay, cool. I grilled like 2 or 3 other people tonight on knowing when a point's lost or not. That was a pretty obvious case, but hey, he knew not to go there.
Actually, my own song was ready.
I won't do reviews on Friday night. I'll probably play. Okay. Now I liked how you weren't focusing the Winston, but they got a Genji. Alright, so I don't mind you not focusing the Winston because that can always be, you know, you're trying to get to 1,000 health. But the good part about Winston when he ults is that you can build damage and build ult percentage. Good job on that. Oh, what a good job by Tracer.
My genius is finally recognized.
I have silver with 1 elimination, guys. 1 elimination.
Let's try that again.
Complete.
Well, that happens. That's Horizon Lunar for you.
Score.
So we got a new Y Nap time. Oh no, it's not new. He's a 3-3 sub. My apologies, Mr. Nap. And he doesn't say anything.
Prepare.
The cavalry's here.
So not much you could have done there. Maybe you could have baited out the Genji ult or Genji deflect. Because your team was at a point where that high noon was the only thing that was going to save them.
Alright, can we stick left?
Attack
Hug the left
commences
wall.
in 30 seconds.
And then once we get out of that classroom, Ryan, put up your shields. And we'll all go through the...
I was thinking, I don't play McCree enough to know this. Does McCree shoot the closest target first, or does he go left to right or right to left with high noon? I need to know that piece of information, because that would dictate when you use high noon, when there's a Genji around.
1. Attack commencing.
I need to actually look into that.
Nope, nope. Over here.
It's right to left.
Alright, Ryan. Put up your shield over here.
That's very good to know.
It's beautiful.
The other left. Come on.
Alright, so your choices are going under or left. You're not going to get through an Orisa shield. Just dash forward. I don't know why you're, Okay. So it's dangerous to go straight at the enemy. You're just going head on head, and that's not what Tracer excels at. Remember, as a Tracer, you're not looking to fight someone head on head. You want to find a weak target and pick them off. If she does fight head on head, you're usually going in there trying to get a full clip in someone, maybe 2 clips if you're being greedy. Get a kill and get the fuck out.
This isn't gonna work. I'm gonna have to switch.
Yeah, can we get a D.Va instead of Ryan, I think?
So you have to get through this choke right now. You have to get through it.
Or I can go D.Va.
Just sitting here poking does nothing.
Together. We're going like 3 at a time. Everyone group up. Three side.
Yeah, you guys aren't going to be breaking that shield anytime soon. Oh shit, we got a host! Fury with the host! 406 viewers, thank you, Fury! Oh, it's an auto host. Anyone that's watching, it's review night, so we're just reviewing some people's.
He's still in his old.
Again, as a Tracer, you just fought someone head on. You don't want to do that.
Can we please have like a D.Va instead of a Ryan?
You switch to Soldier.
Not even worth having the ult.
So I think Tracer would have worked there. If you get an ult, Bastion's actually 100% dead. So Tracer's actually really, really good against Bastion. Your problem is that you're looking to fight this head on when you can't. Bastion excels at head on fights. So why are you trying to fight him at his strongest possible everything?
I can't kill this bastard. There's literally nothing I can do.
That was a bit early of a reload. That rocket splash. Oh, you could have had him. The top right, you have... Okay, at this point, you have to get pushed through. When someone's not up there... Okay. Helix before that. Helix to finish someone off really quick. This Bastion is destroying you guys. I don't know how else I can put this. If someone excels at crushing your face this way, do not fight this way. Do everything but fight this way. Go around, you can go under, do everything else, but do not fight them where they're strong. This applies at all levels, and believe it or not, Grandmasters have this issue too. Grandmasters will try to fight you head on head because they believe they have the skill advantage. They play against... Most Grandmasters will play against the player, not the hero.
There. Or we have to get point like now.
Same.
Your Reinhardt's just smacking the shit out of everyone.
Keep him off. Bastion's coming in.
But yeah, that was a little bit too much beating your guys' head. Maybe that was needed.
Take it before I spawn.
It was close. But yeah, whatever. I don't hate that ult.
Commence attack on objective B.
In that case, let's just get on to that point. See how it goes for us.
Okay, start using Helix Rocket when you can get the chance. You're holding Helix Rocket very, very long. Alright, you guys did it. But you're holding Helix Rocket way too long. So you do on offense.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
So push through the choke. Step 1, get through the choke point. Notice how you're not getting through the choke point? You're trying to get through 2,000 hit points of shield by yourself. There we go, finally. There we go, that's a good Helix. So also remember quick melee is an option.
Yeah, I was stuck there. There's nothing I could do.
Yeah, I saw. Alright, well, let's get in there. We
Shot in the back.
So.
I don't quit till the fight's done.
Yeah, let's just fly on point if we can.
So take the high ground. This works.
This McCree, dude.
Holy crap.
No? Oh, I thought my Ana was with me.
So remember, take the high ground as soldier. It's just a good idea. Right there, again, that's strength versus strength, and a soldier can beat a McCree in a fight, but why let it come to that point? Yep, get right through that. Get right through all this shit.
Let's get right on the point before they have time to spawn. Yep. Get a little long.
The tree's in on the right. No.
Don't use your ult. Okay, good. Sucks you died, but just don't use your ult. That's all that mattered.
That's a good amount of bolts they used.
So yeah, what was just said was good. Was that I don't know what you could have done to gotten that point that time, but because they used so many ults.
If we could at least get one pick, we can win this.
I'm gonna launch my ult in.
There goes Bastion.
Oh, I'm getting sleepy.
Get over here and heal up.
There you go. There you go.
Got their Ana.
I've got you in my sights.
Okay, yeah, blindly running in like that is very, very dangerous.
Alright, Ryan's down. Symmetra's no longer low.
So, one big deal about Soldier is his very far fall off damage. He starts fall off damage at 35 meters, which is probably from here to here, where this wall is at. I would say that's close to 35. So if you're on point, don't run at someone. Like, I know you want to have like better accuracy, but as a soldier, you have to be able to shoot from 15 meters, 25 meters, 35 meters. Right, when you attack the Ana from here across here, I think you're still doing full damage. Like, that's the pretty much the farthest you want to be shooting people from normally. Like, if you're holding high ground, I know it's good to shoot past that range, but like 35 meters is very, very far. If you don't know what 35 meters is in the game, go to the training room and look at the ground. And there will be markings. It'll be like 5 meters, 10, yada, 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 all the way to 35. And you can see what 35 meters is. Actually, I think the farthest markings in the training room is 35 or 40 meters. But yeah. Definitely work on your long range accuracy. It is Soldier's bread and butter, without a doubt. We're hopping right into it. Okay, that's not bad. Look where the... Okay. Look at where the sentry... some people don't do this and it really, really pisses me off. Torb's turret, more than anything else, shows you where the enemies are at. As soon as you saw this damn thing turn behind you, fucking deal with that. Right here. Deal with this now, because something is behind you and it has a chance to kill everyone. That was a good attempt at Helix Rocket.
Come from the left.
Okay, yep. Turn back around. Just know that Tracer's there. Okay, good. Good. Okay, so you got a person and Sentry got Tracer. Oh, good job on the Ana. So this is good. You're doing pretty good. I think you did a good job at prioritizing the Tracer when you needed to. It's always a pain in the ass when someone is behind you. And you have to prioritize, like, when to defend the reverse flank and the front flank and whatnot. I think you actually did a good job on that. She's going for the teleporter. Yeah.
Sorry, he's coming on the right. Sorry, he's one.
So, yeah, I think this is good. Good. Good job. I think that was all stellar. Do we do VOD reviews for GM players? Yeah, of course. As long as it's like a sincere ask for review, of course, I'll review anyone. If someone needs help, like, I review them. That's all there is to it. I do reviews for Minecraft. I do not, sadly. But my triangle of getting better works for any game. That's why I created it. Okay, that went very, very well.
Mercy, I got Mercy.
Nice. Get some heals.
Man, that was tough. That was actually really, really scary. You got pulled so far back. I thought you're out of the Gravitron range. Graviton. I like Gravitron because it sounds like a big giant mech that just like pulls you in.
My genius is finally recognized.
Christine Peach, thank you so much for the resub. She says, Chro, Fuey told me you smell like cheese. You know Fuey doesn't have good taste, so he wouldn't know. He wouldn't know if I smell good or not. Okay, I like this. So this is one thing. As a soldier, you reserve the right to get the fuck out of there at any point in time. Okay. Good job.
30 seconds.
This is really good. So yeah, this range is Soldier's bread and butter.
Probably have some.
What is that guy thinking? Man, that was close. Do whatever you can to drill and damage to him.
10 seconds.
So they're going to use some ults. All right, so at this point, whenever you're... I know a lot of people get to this point. All right, there's 5 seconds left. Something is going to happen. I would actually play back a little bit because something is probably going to happen right here. Or right... Probably, right here is a good chance of something happening. But right here is definitely a high chance of something happening. If they're going this way, then it's probably going to be right outside the door.
I've got you in my sights.
Okay, this also works.
Why are you such a faggot, Mojo?
Yeah.
Focus Mercy. Reaper.
Just, yeah. That didn't answer my question. What?
Sorry, I can't hear you. Like, I'm in the middle of a game.
Oh.
Overwatch. Everything's really loud.
Pow! And you did it.
Nice job, guys.
That's a draw.
I was surprised. Well done.
Woo! I just want to see the draw screen, because draws shouldn't happen that much, right? New system. Fucking draw. So. You played Tracer a little bit. I like your switch to Soldier a lot. I liked you on Soldier a lot more than Tracer. I'll just say that much. So Tracer, actually, did you even play Tracer that much? It was like, it was McCree, and then Tracer right away, and then you just like slammed your guys' fucking head into that flank, and then you switch to Soldier. Okay. So, this is how we're gonna do it. Your McCree and Soldier, or your McCree and Tracer, I don't really care about. You didn't play them for that long, and it's hard to pick up on habits if you only played them for like a round. Especially when the one you got rolled. I can't seriously take anyone's skill into account when like they're getting rolled because of how much pressure, and you're kind of forced on point and you're forced to do things. Yeah. So we're just gonna look at your Soldier. The Tracer one also, I can't I can't tell if you did good or bad because you just fought Junkrat in a closed-in space every single time and your entire team died. Like you can't judge that properly. But I think your accuracy is good. I think your accuracy is really good. I think you're doing great for, what was it, 2,500? I think you're doing quite well for 2,500. 2,500. It was 2,500. I knew it. I didn't doubt myself for a second. Your accuracy, I think, is pretty good for 2,500. That looks like terrible. Accuracy. ACC. I think your accuracy was good. Give it a check plus. I will say this. Maybe that's down here. Or over here, wherever you want to put it. Your Helix rocket usage. I would say use Helix 1 to 2 seconds than you normally would. It looked like you wanted to use Helix like as someone's at 50 health. Helix does 120 and then 80 splash. Depending on how close they are to it. So this is over half health of 200 hit point targets. It's a lot of damage. And I know Helix is there to finish people off and finish people as they're running around the corner and whatnot. But don't be afraid to just pop it in the middle of if you're hitting someone with headshots 3 or 4 times. Helix then, because you're gonna have a really good chance of killing them. Yeah. So I would like to see Helix used just a little bit quicker than you normally would. Other than that, I think all of your other skill usage was fine. I liked how you remember as soldier you run away. You have that ability to create distance, and then your primary, takes advantage of that great distance. That's perfect. That's how the class is supposed to be played. Your bionic field, I think, was going down in most of the right times. I think I'll say all the right times. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I have no problem. I didn't see a time where I'm like, man, you barely lost that fight, and if bionic field was up, you would have won. I think you used it appropriately most times. And the appropriate time is usually before you get, right before you get into an engagement with a one-on-one. The problem is if you wait till you're in a one-on-one and then use it, that's essentially, I think it's like a half second to a second of time you're spending putting it down instead of shooting. Yeah. I would say, I think you didn't, and this isn't the best map for it, but you weren't prioritizing high ground, but you didn't attack much with soldier. You had the one round, beat him once, McCree, and then second with the soldier. Yeah. And that one attack round with the soldier, you didn't have high ground that much, so well, you actually did. You did kill Iana, and then you jumped down, you ran around the corner with attack visor blindly. So yeah. So high ground usage. You definitely want to hold it, but don't value it, don't overvalue it. And I think you're around that point. It's actually difficult to talk about how much you value high ground on Horizon Lunar. Just because there's like the primary attack route on point 2, and then point 1, you can kind of stay up there. You can either attack the front lines or sneak around back and see if they got anyone really far outside the point. But actually attacking from the high ground to the point isn't possible. Unless you helix jump or rocket jump up through, but then you're just jumping up and over and you're diving into the middle of it. Yeah. I think that was pretty good. Positioning, I think it was fine. You were definitely playing up a little bit close, but that's fine. I believe you're playing appropriately. You're hitting people at medium long range. I mean, your soldier play was pretty solid. Like for 2500, I'm actually you're doing very well. As for the one thing I did like is when the Tracer got behind you. And this is always a good way to win low-level games. And that is, if everyone's on the point, be an annoying bastard and attack this way and then back up. Too many people, when they flank, they try to flank and kill someone and they'll die while they're trying to flank someone. And then this threat is gone. From this review alone, that Tracer that was sticking around back here on the far side of the point, how annoying that was. Just how much of a pressure she exerted from just existing over there. She wasn't like landing a lot of shots, she wasn't doing a lot of damage, but it was a constant threat. And that threat of that unease was perfect. Like, it's so hard for a team to appropriately respond, which your team did, and you did. You dealt with the Tracer when you needed to, and then you didn't deal with her when you didn't need to. I believe that was a very good part, a very good move on your part. Too many people will take 2-3 people, and they'll all jump at the Tracer, and then there's only 3 people on point, and they attack. They're 5 against your 3 on the main path, and then you lose the 3, and all your 3 guys back here are like, oh, we got the Tracer, and they come back and they just die again. Right? That's usually what happens. You pull the enemy team apart with these flanks where you just stay alive. So I think this is actually a good move on your part. You did this appropriately, which I'm happy about. Other than that, I think you're doing really good. Yeah, your soldier play is pretty solid. I'm trying to think of something you can do to improve. What can we do to work on? Alt usage seemed fine. I mean, the one time you were stressed and you jumped off the high ground, you ran on point with your alt, and you just got wasted. So one thing I think we can work on, and that's more information, so it's everything really, but it is range. And I didn't grill you on it, but I definitely brought it up. Remember, 35 meters is where your fall off starts. Meaning up to this point, you do, 19 per shot? knowing this range and being able to hit people at this range at a, you know, reasonable accuracy is incredibly important. Know your distances, know when you have to charge in and when you don't have to charge in. Definitely don't charge in more than you have to. Soldier, you're the fucking king of high ground. You're the king of range. Very few classes can put pressure like a soldier can on the high ground range. Like, it's like Widow. That's it. Just, that's it. So start learning what 35 meters is. Start working on shooting people at longer ranges. And as they come in, you need to address the problem that, do I retreat? Do I fall back and shoot? Or can I stay on my current ground and shoot from there? Because you don't always want to, you know, stick at 35 meters. The problem is that they would have an easy way of like pushing you off the point, right? You only want to go back as far as you need to. And that has to do with, you know, what classes your team's running, what classes are they running, what's behind you. Because Horizon Lunar, remember, if the attackers are coming from this way and your defense spawn is this way, remember that the Tracer can get back here, so you actually don't want to keep falling back because then you can get easily killed. You want to stay mobile, move around here in the back lines, back where they put, you know, Tor puts the sentry gun. There's that little wall right here. It's good to move all around here. Right? It's good to stay mobile, and I actually think being mobile is the correct choice in most cases. So that's definitely what I want you to work on. Understand your range, understand when you need to push in, lower the range, and when you need to stay out and keep that long range. Actually, I'd say this is the most important thing about Soldier. Knowing your distance, knowing your categories. It's actually one of the main important things for any class. It could be the most important thing for any class, is knowing their effective range and what to do when you're out of the effective range and what to do when you're, you know, closer in from your effective range. That is it, I think. If there's any questions, please ask.